Believe it or not, Raytheon shaped our kitchens in defense. This remarkable company is well known for two key inventions that illustrate its wide-ranging influence: the first microwave oven and the Patriot missile. While microwaves revolutionized cooking by making it faster and more convenient for millions of households, the Patriot missile has played a crucial role in national defense, providing advanced technology to intercept incoming threats. This interesting combination of domestic and military innovations demonstrates how Raytheon has significantly impacted both our everyday lives and the safety of our nation. Imagine cooking a meal in minutes while simultaneously having the assurance that your country is protected by cutting-edge defense systems. The company's ability to bridge the gap between home life and military technology shows how innovations can address different needs and challenges. From inventing devices that help us heat up leftovers to creating systems that help protect our skies, Raytheon exemplifies the incredible possibilities of engineering and innovation in diverse fields. Did you know that Pantone chose peach Foss for 2024? This delightful hue, a lovely blend of soft pink and warm orange, is more than just a pretty color. It reflects our collective emotions and trends for the year ahead. Each year, the Pantone Color Institute dives deep into what's happening in our world, looking at everything from fashion to technology, art to social movements, before selecting a color that captures the spirit of the times. For 2024, Peach Foss embodies warmth, comfort, and a sense of joy, offering a velvety touch that invites positivity. In a time when many of us crave connection and cheer, this color is like a breath of fresh air, reminding us of sunny days and cozy moments spent with loved ones. So whether you're decorating your home, revamping your wardrobe, or simply looking for inspiration, Peach Foss is set to be everywhere this year. How will you embrace this vibrant shade? Believe it or not, frogfish don't bite their food. These remarkable creatures, also known as toadfish or pelicanfish, have a unique way of catching their meals that sets them apart from most other fish. Instead of using sharp teeth, frogfish employ a rapid suction method when they spot their prey, which could be a small fish or a shrimp. With a lightning-fast motion, they open their large mouths to create a powerful vacuum, effectively pulling their unsuspecting victim in before it even realizes what's happening. This breathtaking feeding technique occurs in the blink of an eye, so quickly that the prey has virtually no chance to escape. Imagine a creature capable of consuming its meal instantly without the need to chew. That's the brilliance of the frogfish. Often camouflaged against the ocean floor, these fascinating fish lie in wait, blending into their surroundings until the moment is just right to unleash their swift suction strike. This extraordinary evolution showcases nature's creativity, allowing frogfish to master the art of survival in the ocean's depths. How many other aquatic wonders are out there, hidden in plain sight? Guess what makes a rattlesnake rattle? The sound that warns you to keep your distance isn't produced by bone or any hard material. Instead, it comes from keratin. This is the same flexible substance found in human fingernails and hair. As a rattlesnake grows, it sheds its skin multiple times a year, and with each shedding, a new segment gets added to its rattle. This means those rattles can tell how many times a snake has shed. When a rattlesnake vibrates its tail, these segments hit against one another, creating that distinctive rattling sound that can send chills down your spine. If you ever see a snake, take a moment to appreciate that the very thing that serves as a warning is a fascinating part of its growth. The rattle helps the snake avoid unnecessary confrontations and gives it a fighting chance in the wild. Next time you hear that unique rattle, remember it's just keratin doing its job, helping a snake communicate and survive in its environment. Water's surprising memory. Could it really exist? Could it really exist? Some intriguing studies point to the idea that water might actually retain a memory of the substances it has come into contact with. This notion is particularly explored in the field of homeopathy, where practitioners believe that water can hold the essence of healing materials long after they've been removed. While this concept sounds fascinating, it remains highly controversial and is not widely accepted among scientists. Critics argue that the molecular structure of water is always changing, so how could it possibly keep a memory? However, some researchers continue to study water's unique properties, examining how it behaves at a molecular level when exposed to various substances. They suggest that this exploration might lead to a better understanding of water's roles in both health and nature. Whether this theory gains traction or remains on the fringe, it's clear that water is more than just a simple liquid. Its potential secrets keep scientists guessing. Surprisingly, it's a fact that yachts can float on a boat. Meet the Jet Servant, an extraordinary 700-foot-long vessel specifically designed to transport super yachts. This floating marvel operates as a mobile marina, capable of carrying up to 36 luxurious yachts simultaneously. The Jet Servant's unique design involves submerging its hull, which allows the yachts to rest just above it. Picture this immense ship as a colossal platform that supports these magnificent boats as they glide across water. This clever method not only facilitates a smooth transit for the yachts, but also significantly streamlines the process for yacht owners, eliminating the need to navigate crowded shipping lanes or manage the complexities of individual yacht transportation. As the yacht sector continues to expand, innovations like the Jet Servant are vital. They showcase how creative engineering reshapes industries, making yacht transport simpler and more accessible. With advancements like this in yacht logistics, enthusiasts can enjoy their dreams of open water adventures without hassle. Could this be the future of luxury boating? Here's what actually happens when dolphins chat underwater. Dolphins are far more than playful swimmers. They are the ocean's acoustic geniuses. Using a fascinating mix of whistles, clicks, chirps, and burst pulses, these intelligent creatures convey complex messages about their identity, mood, dangers, and social coordination. Each dolphin has a unique signature whistle, which acts like a name, enabling them to identify themselves to others even after years apart. This remarkable ability highlights their strong social bonds. Moreover, researchers have discovered syntax-like structures in dolphin vocalizations, implying that the order and length of their sounds follow distinct patterns, much like human grammar. To navigate and forage in murky waters, dolphins utilize echolocation, sending out sound waves that bounce back from objects, allowing them to see their surroundings. In group hunts, they beautifully synchronize their clicks to herd fish or alert one another to potential threats. Their vocal universe truly represents a rich marine language, transforming the ocean into a vast, intelligent conversation. How incredible is that? Why exactly does the phrase mean so much? The transcript reveals a striking repetition. The child is not a child. This intriguing line hints at layers of meaning that go beyond its surface. At first glance, it sounds puzzling, but it could represent a metaphor for loss of innocence, a transition from childhood to adulthood, or perhaps the disconnect between expectations and reality. In many narratives, children symbolize purity and simplicity, so declaring that a child is not just a child raises questions about the complexities and harshness they may face. It can lead to thoughts about society's influence on youth or the burdens that children carry, sometimes too soon. This phrase urges us to explore the emotional context that define childhood in various situations. Whether in literature, films, or psychological discussions, it serves as a powerful reminder that childhood isn't just about age. It's about experiences and perceptions that shape who we really are. What deeper meanings could this phrase hold? Why should we worry about hip fractures in seniors? Up to 33% of hip fractures in the older population lead to death within a year, making this injury a serious health concern. Hip fractures can occur from simple falls, which are unfortunately common as people age. Once someone suffers a hip fracture, it often leads to a cascade of health issues, including decreased mobility, increased risk of infections, and complications from surgery. Many older adults may struggle to regain their independence after such an injury, leading to emotional distress and a loss of quality of life. Prevention is key, ensuring safe home environments, encouraging strength and balance exercises, and maintaining bone health through nutrition can make a big difference. So what can we do to help protect our loved ones from this alarming risk? Engaging in proactive healthcare could truly save lives. Why is 17,982.5 square kilometers so important? This number represents the total area of a remarkable location, showcasing not just its vastness, but also its unique features. Areas of this size can often be home to diverse ecosystems, rich cultures, and significant natural resources. For instance, in the case of a country or region, this land may include mountains, forests, rivers, and urban landscapes that play crucial roles in the lives of the people who inhabit them. When measuring land, size matters because it impacts everything from population density to economic activities. A location of 17,982.5 square kilometers could provide ample space for agriculture, industry, or conservation efforts, leading to a balance of development and environmental preservation. Additionally, understanding the scale of land can enhance appreciation for local geography and biodiversity. So what makes this particular area stand out? Exploring its history, geography, and culture can reveal fascinating stories hidden within its borders. Can you believe Google was once called Backrub? In its early days, Google had a quirky name that perfectly described its unique function. Backrub was launched in 1996, focusing on the way websites were connected through backlinks. The name highlighted its innovative technology for analyzing these connections to assess website importance. But in 1997, founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin decided it was time for a change. They renamed their search engine after the mathematical term Google, which represents the number 1 followed by 100 zeros. This new name symbolized their mission to organize the vast amount of information available on the web. Today, when you think of Google, you might picture the powerful search engine it has become, but this tech giant started with a playful nod to math and a focus on backlinks. Who knew such a monumental company had such an amusing beginning? Prepare to be amazed by canned baked beans. You might think these delicious beans are baked, but they're actually stewed in a thick, savory sauce. It all starts with soaking the beans to soften them. After soaking, the beans get cooked in a flavorful, tomato-based sauce that makes them even tastier. Once they're perfectly stewed, they get sealed inside cans. This canning process is crucial because it helps preserve the beans for a long time, ensuring they stay fresh and flavorful for your meals. After sealing, the cans are heated at high temperatures, which not only kills off any bacteria, but also creates a lovely, hearty dish you can enjoy anytime. So the next time you crack open a can of baked beans, remember the careful cooking and sealing that brings this convenience to your table? Isn't it fascinating how something we take for granted has a complex process behind it? This might surprise you: Australia's incredible wildlife and reefs. Australia is a treasure trove of amazing creatures and stunning natural wonders. With unique animals like kangaroos and koalas hopping around, it's no wonder the country is famous for its wildlife. Kangaroos, for instance, are the only large animals that can't walk backward. But that's just the beginning. The Great Barrier Reef, the largest coral reef system on the planet, stretches over an astonishing 1,400 miles along the northeastern coast. It's not just beautiful, it's a vibrant ecosystem bustling with life, including thousands of species of fish, coral, and even turtles. This breathtaking underwater world attracts divers and snorkelers from all over, eager to experience its colorful marine life. So if you're looking for an adventure filled with nature's wonders, Australia is a must-visit destination. Guess what really drives thousands of crosses in Lithuania? The Hill of Crosses, a breathtaking pilgrimage site in Lithuania, boasts tens of thousands of crosses, each symbolizing a unique story of faith and resilience. Nestled on a sunlit hillside, this captivating location has been a gathering place for Christian pilgrims of all backgrounds who leave wooden, metal, and decorative crosses as expressions of their devotion. However, its significance extends beyond mere worship. It embodies the Lithuanian spirit, particularly during the harrowing Soviet occupation when religious practices were ruthlessly suppressed. Starting in the 1940s, locals defied oppression by secretly returning to the hill to erect crosses, transforming it into a powerful statement of identity and belief. As you walk through this serene yet striking landscape, you can feel the palpable weight of history and the enduring strength of hope. Today, the Hill of Crosses remains a must-visit destination, serving as a reminder of faith, freedom, and the unbreakable human spirit that inspires countless visitors from around the world. Is it really true that crabs can grow over 10 feet? The answer is yes, and it's fascinating. The Japanese spider crab, known scientifically as Macrochera camphori, holds the title for having the longest legs among all crab species. These impressive creatures can reach leg spans of up to 12 feet. Imagine the sight of a massive crab scuttling across the ocean floor with its enormous, spindly legs. These crabs typically inhabit the waters around Japan, usually at depths of 150 to 300 meters. They have a hard shell that helps protect them from predators, but their size also serves as a defense mechanism. Few creatures dare to mess with a crab this large. Adult Japanese spider crabs mainly feed on the remains of dead animals and plant matter, showcasing their role as scavengers in the marine ecosystem. Interestingly, they can live up to 100 years in the wild, making them some of the oldest sea creatures. Next time you're at an aquarium, keep an eye out. These remarkable animals are a true glimpse into the wonders of the ocean. Have you ever wondered why Bangladesh became independent? When India was partitioned in 1947, the area now known as Bangladesh was called East Pakistan. This separation aimed to create a nation for Muslims, but it also led to significant challenges. While the people of East Pakistan shared cultural and linguistic ties, they faced political and economic neglect from the government based in West Pakistan. Over the years, frustrations grew as East Pakistanis sought recognition for their identity and rights. Tensions hit a peak when the 1970 elections were dominated by East Pakistan's political party, but the West Pakistan government refused to hand over control. This disregard fueled protests, and in 1971, the struggle for independence erupted into a brutal war. After much sacrifice and resilience, East Pakistan emerged as the independent nation of Bangladesh later that year, celebrating its unique culture and identity. How did this transformation shape the region today? Can you imagine the U.S. without local food production? If the nation's food supply chain were disrupted, it would create immense challenges. The United States imports a significant portion of its food and water, making it highly reliant on global supply chains. This means that if something were to happen, like a natural disaster or political unrest in other countries, it could lead to a severe shortage at grocery stores. Picture empty shelves where fresh produce used to be. Trucking these essentials across long distances would become a logistical nightmare, with delays, increased costs, and even potential shortages of essential items. Families might find themselves faced with tough choices, prioritizing which foods to buy amidst rising prices. This scenario highlights the importance of local farms and sustainable practices. By supporting local agriculture, we help ensure a more resilient food system that can withstand global challenges. Isn't it time to think about how we can all contribute to a stable food supply? The future of our food security might depend on it. Surprisingly, it's a fact that reality TV began in 1973. Back in the early 70s, a groundbreaking show titled An American Family made its debut, forever changing television. This series became the very first reality television program in the United States, inviting viewers into the private lives of the Loud family living in Santa Barbara, California. Over the span of 12 episodes, the show offered an unprecedented glimpse into their daily routines, personal challenges, and relationships, all captured without a script. The Louds faced joys and struggles, from parenting dilemmas to the dynamics of family conversations, allowing audiences to connect deeply with their story. This innovative approach to storytelling resonated with viewers and marked the dawn of a new genre. Imagine if your favorite reality shows never existed. An American Family not only entertained, but also ignited discussions on family life and relationships, influencing societal perspectives alongside its entertainment value. As viewers and critics engaged with this new format, it became clear that reality TV was more than a passing trend. It was the beginning of an expansive genre that continues to shape our entertainment landscape today. Discover the Titanic's iceberg in a shocking photograph. On April 15, 1912, the tragic sinking of the RMS Titanic claimed over 1,500 lives and left the world stunned. But a remarkable photograph taken the next morning offers a chilling glance at the very iceberg responsible for this maritime disaster. Captured by the captain of the SS Mackay Bennett, this image shows the massive frozen hunk of ice that collided with the Titanic's hull. The iceberg, towering and jagged, stood as a silent witness to the chaos that unfolded just hours earlier. Many sailors navigated the frigid waters, unaware of the impending danger lurking just beyond the horizon. This photograph not only captures a moment in time, but also serves as a stark reminder of nature's formidable power. How did such a beautiful yet treacherous piece of ice lead to such tragedy? Can you imagine that the Beatles changed music forever? This legendary band revolutionized the music scene in the 1960s with their innovative approach to melody and rhythm. Their unique blend of rock, pop, and even classical elements helped define a new sound that still influences artists today. With iconic hits like Hey Jude and Let It Be, the Beatles pushed boundaries, experimenting with musical structures that had never been heard before. Despite the tongue-in-cheek claim that they couldn't beat the music notes, their creativity proved otherwise. From using unconventional instruments to incorporating complex harmonies, they transformed not just the sound of popular music, but also the very way we think about songwriting. Their lasting legacy is a testament to the power of melding genres and the boundless possibilities of music. Isn't it amazing to think about their impact? Let's uncover the truth about goats as weed eaters. Goats are not just cute and friendly, they are also amazing natural weed controllers. These clever animals can munch on stubborn plants like poison ivy and poison oak without any harm to themselves. This unique trait makes them invaluable to farmers looking for eco-friendly ways to manage their land. Instead of using chemical herbicides that can harm the environment, many farmers are turning to goats to keep their fields tidy. These hardy animals can access tricky terrains where machines can't go, making them perfect for tackling overgrown areas. Plus, they eat a variety of plants, helping to promote biodiversity. As farmers embrace sustainable practices, the popularity of using goats for weed control is rising, offering a win-win situation for nature and agriculture. Who knew such simple creatures could make such a big difference? Uncover the thrilling origin story of Levi's jeans. Did you know that Levi's, a name synonymous with denim, started in 1853 in San Francisco? Founded by German immigrant Levi Strauss, the company first sold dry goods, targeting the booming population of miners during the California gold rush. This bustling period sparked a need for durable clothing, as miners required sturdy apparel to withstand their grueling work conditions. Surprisingly, it wasn't until 1873 that Strauss teamed up with tailor Jacob Davis to revolutionize the clothing industry. They introduced the first ever riveted denim jeans, which featured metal rivets at pocket seams, making them incredibly resilient. These jeans quickly became popular among laborers, including miners and railroad workers, who needed reliable wear for their tough jobs. Over time, Levi's jeans transformed from practical workwear to a cultural icon recognized around the globe. Today, you see them worn by everyone from celebrities to everyday folks. Isn't it fascinating how a simple idea from the gold rush era shaped fashion today? Let's uncover the truth about you might be shocked to learn about ostrich eggs. These remarkable eggs are the largest of any bird, tipping the scales at about 3 pounds and stretching to around 6 inches long. To help you visualize this, imagine combining 24 chicken eggs into a single enormous egg. Ostriches, known as the titans of the avian kingdom, lay these impressive eggs in communal nests that can accommodate multiple eggs from various mothers. The thick and robust eggshells provide outstanding protection for the developing chicks, a necessity for survival in the wild. In fact, an adult human can safely stand on an ostrich egg, proving just how resilient these shells are. This combination of size and strength serves as a survival strategy for ostriches, ensuring that their young have the best chance of growing up safely. Furthermore, the creamy white color of these eggs has led to their symbolism of purity and new beginnings across numerous cultures throughout history. So when you think of eggs next time, remember the mighty ostrich egg. It's truly an extraordinary marvel of nature. Have you ever wondered why Greenland left the EU? In 1985, Greenland made a significant decision to leave the European Union, and this choice has intrigued many ever since. As an autonomous territory of Denmark, Greenland was part of the European Economic Community, which was the EU's predecessor. The primary reason for the departure centered around fishing rights, a crucial industry for Greenland's economy. Many Greenlanders felt that EU regulations threatened their traditional fishing practices and limited their control over valuable local resources. Their desire to maintain sovereignty sparked debates about self-determination and economic independence. Today, Greenland has not rejoined the EU, reflecting its focus on developing its own policies and nurturing its rich natural resources. The island's unique political story raises questions about how independence can influence local cultures and economies. So what does this mean for Greenland's future? What if humans are more like strawberries than you think? It may sound surprising, but due to evolution, we share a remarkable amount of our genetic code with many living organisms. For instance, about 60% of human DNA is identical to that of a strawberry. This fascinating fact highlights the interconnectedness of life on Earth. Our DNA carries instructions for our bodies, determining everything from eye color to how we process food. Scientists believe that all living things share a common ancestor, which is why these genetic similarities exist. Whether you're a human, banana, or sea sponge, you can trace your genetic lineage back to that early life form. This discovery not only shows the unity within the diversity of life, but also helps researchers understand diseases, genetics, and even agricultural practices. So next time you munch on a strawberry, remember you're sharing a piece of genetic history with that juicy fruit. Isn't it amazing to think how intertwined our lives are with the natural world? Believe it or not, golf balls are fishing treasures. Glenn Berger has taken a unique approach to fishing by diving into Florida lakes and retrieving golf balls, turning this quirky pastime into a thriving business. Each year, he manages to rescue over 1 million lost golf balls that sink into the water after being hit off the course. With an impressive daily average of 5,180 balls, Glenn has not only collected these valuable items, but has also earned between $15 million and $17 million in the process. His fishing expeditions aren't without challenges, as he often encounters snakes and alligators lurking in the muddy waters. These adventures make his job thrilling and quite risky. However, Glenn's determination and passion for this unusual enterprise have turned what many might think of as trash into treasure. Golf balls, once lost and forgotten, can be cleaned up and resold, showcasing how innovative thinking can lead to surprising opportunities. Who knew diving for golf balls could be so profitable? Is it really true that Haiti pays reparations? Yes, it's a surprising yet painful reality. After gaining independence from France in 1804, Haiti was forced to pay reparations to its former colonizer. This hefty sum was supposedly to compensate French plantation owners for lost property, including enslaved people. The debt, amounting to 150 million francs at the time, put an enormous financial strain on Haiti, shaping its economy for over a century. As a result, the country struggled with crippling poverty and development issues, all while trying to lift itself from the shadow of colonialism. This situation isn't unique to Haiti. Other former colonies also face similar financial burdens. The fact that nations like Haiti continue to grapple with historical injustices raises important questions about equity and reparations in our world today. How can we address these ongoing impacts of colonialism? What if I told you electric cars came first? In the late 19th century, when the automobile was still a new idea, electric vehicles were the original pioneers of the road. Thomas Parker, a brilliant electrical engineer, stepped onto the scene and built one of the earliest practical electric vehicles in 1884. Think about that. While most people today associate cars with gasoline power, Parker's creation showcased the potential of electricity to move us. Imagine a world where electric cars dominated the streets instead. Although gasoline engines eventually took the lead due to their longer range and faster refueling, the ingenuity behind electric vehicles paved the way for a future we're now revisiting. Today, with the urgent need to tackle climate change, electric cars are making a triumphant return, reminding us that innovation comes in many forms. Will we finally embrace the technology that was ahead of its time? Why exactly does static electricity matter on Mars? The dissipation of static electricity is crucial for keeping sensitive instruments on the red planet free from dust. Mars is notorious for its dusty environment, and when static electricity builds up on surfaces, it attracts fine particles of dust. This accumulation can block important sensors and other delicate workings of scientific equipment, potentially leading to incorrect readings or malfunctions. Instruments like the Mars rovers need to operate flawlessly to gather data about the planet's geology and climate. To combat this, engineers design various methods to discharge static electricity, helping to ensure that dust does not accumulate on these vital tools. By understanding these electrical charges and finding ways to manage them, scientists enhance the chances of collecting clean, accurate data that reveals the mysteries of Mars. Isn't it fascinating how something as simple as static can play such a significant role in space exploration? Here's a wild fact about U.S. prisons. The United States holds a staggering 25% of the world's prison population, even though it makes up just 5% of the global population. This alarming statistic sheds light on the country's complex legal and penal systems. With millions behind bars, the U.S. has become a focal point for discussions about criminal justice reform and mass incarceration. Many people are questioning how this disparity came to be and what can be done to address it. Factors such as harsh sentencing laws, the war on drugs, and social inequalities contribute to the phenomenon, leading to calls for change from activists and policymakers alike. As we explore these issues, it's crucial to consider the impacts of mass imprisonment on families, communities, and society as a whole. What does it mean for a nation to have such high incarceration rates? Understanding these dynamics is essential for fostering a more just system, ensuring that the principles of fairness and rehabilitation are at the forefront of our legal practices. Are we ready to rethink how we handle justice? Can you believe Enron was once a star company? This American energy giant was praised for its innovative approach in the late 1990s, capturing the attention of investors and the public alike. However, this praise turned to shock when Enron was engulfed in a massive financial scandal that exposed deep-rooted issues in its accounting practices. As investigations unfolded, it became clear that the company had been manipulating its financial statements to present a rosier picture than reality. This shocking betrayal not only led to Enron's bankruptcy in 2001, but also raised important questions about corporate governance and ethics in business. The fallout from the scandal prompted significant changes in regulations, such as the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, aiming to protect investors from similar deceptive practices in the future. Enron's rise and fall serves as a stark reminder of the need for transparency and integrity in the corporate world. Believe it or not, your body generates heat daily. In fact, the human body continuously emits thermal energy, which is vital for keeping your core temperature around 37 degrees Celsius. Imagine this. In just 30 minutes, your body can produce enough heat to boil half a gallon of water. This process happens constantly as your metabolism works to keep you warm and functioning. Interestingly, scientists are exploring ways to harness this body heat to power small electrical devices. Think about it. Your own warmth could potentially charge your phone or light up your room, all while you go about your day. The idea of using bioenergy is exciting and could play a role in sustainable technology. As we continue to understand our bodies and their abilities, who knows what other incredible possibilities lie ahead for the energy generated within us? What if I told you about a word secret? The word almost holds the title of the longest word in the English language, where all its letters appear in alphabetical order. This unique gem stands out in a language filled with words like a and zebra, which are much shorter and less complex. When you think of English, you might picture long, twisting words like unbelievable. But glimpsing at almost offers a fun twist. It's 5 letters long, containing A, L, M, O, and S, and you can pronounce it with ease too. English has plenty of interesting quirks, but this little word captures a delightful blend of simplicity and order. Next time you use almost, impress your friends with the knowledge that it's not just a filler word. It's a champion of alphabetical order. Isn't it fascinating how something so simple can have such a unique claim to fame? Surprisingly, sitting too long can harm your health. Research shows that spending more than 10 minutes on the toilet can lead to health issues. When you sit for extended periods, especially on the toilet, it can slow down blood flow. This reduced circulation makes it harder for your heart to function efficiently, putting unnecessary strain on your body. Moreover, prolonged sitting can contribute to various problems like hemorrhoids and back pain. It's crucial to finish your business promptly, maintaining a balance between comfort and health. Developing this simple habit can help you avoid potential complications in the long run. So the next time you're in the bathroom, consider keeping it brief for the sake of your heart and overall well-being. Are you ready to change your bathroom habits for better health? Hard to believe, but Wyoming led women's voting rights. In 1869, Wyoming made history by becoming the first state to grant women the right to vote. This groundbreaking legislation, signed by Governor John A. Campbell, was a remarkable step towards gender equality. At a time when many places still restricted women's roles, Wyoming's bold move earned it the nickname, the Equality State. This decision wasn't just about voting. It empowered women and set an important precedent for the national suffrage movement, inspiring other states to consider similar changes. The fight for women's rights gained momentum thanks to Wyoming's trailblazing spirit. Years later, women across the United States would continue to rally for their rights, culminating in the national suffrage victory in 1920. The brave actions of Wyoming paved the way for generations of women seeking equal rights, showing that change often starts from a single courageous state. Let's uncover the truth about Acqua di Cristallo. Designed by the talented Fernando Ultimirano, the Acqua di Cristallo bottle is a dazzling tribute to the famous artist Amedeo Modigliani. This stunning creation isn't just about holding water. It represents a blend of art, luxury, and exclusivity that few other bottles can claim. Shaped like a work of art, the bottle showcases curves and details reminiscent of Modigliani's iconic painting style, which emphasized elegance and elongation. While it might look like a centerpiece for a gallery rather than your kitchen table, it serves as a conversation starter and an exquisite piece for collectors. Owning an Acqua di Cristallo isn't simply about hydration. It's about appreciating the artistic vision and creativity behind its design. Have you ever seen a bottle that looks this beautiful? Let's uncover the truth about lunatics. The word lunatic comes from the Latin term lunaticus, which translates to of the moon. This fascinating connection dates back to ancient times when thinkers like Aristotle and Pliny the Elder suggested that the full moon influenced human behavior and health. They believed that certain ailments, especially mental disturbances, could be triggered by the moon's phases. For centuries, this idea held sway, leading people to link madness with the lunar cycle, particularly during a full moon. Even into the 1700s, many still thought that the moon had power over human emotions and actions. While modern science has debunked this myth, the term lunatic remains in our language, a reminder of how closely our ancestors watched the skies and how their beliefs shaped our understanding of mental health. Isn't it intriguing how language and history intertwine with the cosmos? Dive into the world of the black swan. This remarkable bird, native to Australia, captivates anyone who encounters it with its stunning black feathers and graceful movements. Unlike most swans, which are typically white, the black swan boasts a unique appearance that sets it apart. These large aquatic birds thrive in various habitats, including lakes, rivers, and wetlands, where they form strong pair bonds and nurture their young. Their diet mainly consists of aquatic plants, and they often use their long necks to reach food underwater. Black swans are also known for their striking red beaks and the enchanting sound they make, which is a mix between a whistle and a honk. Interestingly, they were once thought to be a myth until European explorers discovered them in the 17th century. These beautiful birds are not only a symbol of Australia's unique wildlife, but also play a vital role in their ecosystems. By observing their graceful gliding and social behavior, one can't help but wonder, what other surprises does nature hold? Can cats really help inmates heal and learn? In Washington state, An innovative program by the Cuddly Cats Animal Rescue Group pairs felines with behavior issues with nonviolent prisoners. This unique initiative allows inmates to adopt cats, which not only helps the animals, but also offers significant benefits to the inmates. By caring for these cats, prisoners receive training in nurturing and animal behavior, leading to improvements in the cat's conduct and overall well-being. Additionally, bonding with these cuddly companions provides emotional support and therapeutic benefits for the inmates, helping them manage stress and anxiety. This win-win scenario demonstrates the remarkable connection between humans and animals, showing how compassion and responsibility can lead to transformation. Could this model be applied elsewhere to benefit even more communities? Giant African snails can grow up to a foot long. These remarkable creatures, originally from East Africa, have a unique knack for adapting to different climates, which has allowed them to spread across the globe. Imagine coming across a snail almost the size of a football. These snails aren't just visually impressive. Their rapid growth and ability to thrive in various environments have made them a serious concern for farmers and natural ecosystems alike. As they invade new areas, they can wreak havoc on crops, feeding on a wide range of plants, including fruits and vegetables. This can lead to significant agricultural damage, affecting food supply and farmers' livelihoods. Additionally, they can disrupt local flora and fauna, outcompeting native species for resources. While many people find giant African snails fascinating due to their size and unique appearance, their impact on agriculture and ecosystems makes them a problematic pest. Awareness of their spread is essential. Could this giant snail be heading your way? Guess what really drives teamwork and fun? The conference bike, affectionately known as Kobe, is revolutionizing how teams connect and collaborate. Designed by Eric Stoller, this unique bike features a circular layout that comfortably seats 7 people, turning the ordinary meeting into an extraordinary adventure. Imagine sitting in a circle, pedaling together as you brainstorm new ideas or solve problems while enjoying the fresh air. This innovative design encourages face-to-face interaction, making it easier for team members to share thoughts and build relationships. The experience is not just about physical activity, it's about creating an atmosphere where creativity can flourish. So whether for corporate meetings or casual outings, the conference bike transforms traditional gatherings into lively experiences. Are you ready to pedal your way to better teamwork? Did you know left-handedness is common in autism? Research shows that 28% of individuals on the autism spectrum are left-handed, which is significantly higher than the 10% prevalence in the general population. This fascinating statistic highlights a unique connection between left-handedness and autism. While many people often see left-handedness as merely a quirky trait, scientists are exploring deeper reasons behind this occurrence. Some studies suggest that differences in brain development and functioning in autistic individuals might contribute to a higher likelihood of being left-handed. These individuals may process information differently, leading to a range of cognitive and sensory experiences that influence their handedness. Understanding these connections can help us appreciate the diverse ways our brains can develop. This knowledge not only promotes acceptance of neurodiversity, but also encourages further research into how we can support those on the autism spectrum. Why might left-handedness be more common in this community, and what else can we learn? Most people don't know this, but Russia wrestles bears, a curious piece of military folklore. While there are unverified tales suggesting that recruits wrestle bears or train near them to toughen up, the truth behind these stories remains a bit murky. These accounts paint a vivid picture of a courageous Russian military culture that embraces fearlessness, supposedly symbolized by grappling with one of nature's most formidable creatures. Although it's unlikely that this is a common practice, these tales have fueled the rugged image often associated with Russian soldiers. They embody the spirit of resilience and strength that many believe is necessary for military life. Stories like these foster a sense of pride and toughness among those in and out of the military, even as the precise origins of the tales are shrouded in mystery. So while the notion may sound wild, it certainly captures the imagination. Prepare to be amazed by jewelry made from live beetles. In Mexico, a fascinating trend has emerged where fashion meets the bizarre. people have started wearing live jewel beetles as jewelry, creating a unique and somewhat unsettling statement. These colorful insects, known for their vibrant shells, are often adorned and transformed into brooches, necklaces, or even earrings. It's a striking blend of high fashion and nature, raising eyebrows and sparking conversations. While some may be drawn to their dazzling appearance, others feel uncomfortable with the idea of using living creatures as accessories. This unusual trend invites us to think about the intersection of fashion, nature, and ethics. Could this be a new wave of sustainable fashion, or does it cross a line? This captivating style showcases the creativity and boldness of Mexican culture, all while blurring the boundaries between beauty and discomfort. Discover the shocking truth about your rings. It turns out wearing rings can trap up to 730 million germs beneath them, which is about the same number as Europe's entire population. This might sound alarming, but the combination of moisture, warmth, and skin oils creates a perfect breeding ground for bacteria. Think about it. When you wear rings, they not only sit on your fingers, but also interact with everything you touch. From gripping your phone to preparing food, all of these activities can transfer germs onto your rings. This is why regular cleaning is essential. Simple soap and water can help eliminate the buildup of grime and bacteria, keeping your rings sparkling and safe to wear. So the next time you put on your favorite piece of jewelry, remember to give it a good wash to protect both your bling and your health. Ever wondered how Swiss mountains keep invaders away? The Swiss terrain is a fascinating mix of towering peaks, deep valleys, and tough weather that has historically acted as a natural fortress. This challenging landscape has thwarted many would-be conquerors, even some of history's most aggressive leaders. The steep slopes and rocky crags make it nearly impossible for large armies to invade, while the unpredictable weather can turn a sunny day into a snowstorm in a matter of hours. The Swiss also built fortifications and strategically placed lookouts, enhancing their natural defenses. This combination of rugged terrain and clever human ingenuity not only protected the nation, but also shaped its unique culture. So the next time you think about Switzerland, remember that sometimes nature really does create the best defense, acting as a shield for its people and their way of life. Is it really true that roget yashturkey can shoot chemicals? These fascinating creatures have a remarkable defense mechanism. They can actually spray a chemical substance from their eyes to fend off threatening predators like dogs, wolves, and coyotes. This incredible ability helps them survive in the wild where danger lurks around every corner. When faced with an attack, the roget yashturkey doesn't just run away. Instead, it cleverly targets its attacker with a spray that can deter even the most determined predators. The chemical not only acts as a visual deterrent, but also emits an unpleasant odor, creating a potent mix that causes discomfort for their adversaries. This unique evolutionary trait highlights the wonders of nature and how animals have adapted to protect themselves. The next time you hear about unusual animal defenses, remember the remarkable roget yashturkey and its eye defense strategy. What happens to our bodies in deep pressure environments? Deep pressurization causes some fascinating yet significant changes in our bodies, especially during high-altitude flights or space missions. When we ascend to high altitudes quickly, the drop in atmospheric pressure can lead to a condition called altitude sickness, featuring symptoms like headache, nausea, and fatigue. On the other hand, in outer space, astronauts experience weightlessness, but still face unique challenges. The lack of pressure can cause fluids in their bodies to shift, leading to facial puffiness or altering their sense of taste. Our bodies react to pressure changes through various physiological adaptations, like increasing red blood cell production to improve oxygen delivery or altering breathing patterns. These changes highlight how extraordinary and resilient the human body is, but they also require careful monitoring and management. Scientists and medical experts continuously study these effects to ensure that everyone from your everyday traveler to seasoned astronauts stays safe and healthy during their exciting adventures up in the skies or beyond. Let's uncover the truth about avocados. Did you know that avocados won't ripen while still hanging on the tree? Instead, these creamy fruits can stay on the plant for up to 7 months. This is part of their fascinating growth process. When the time comes, farmers harvest them, and that's when the magic starts. Once picked, avocados begin to ripen, turning from hard and green to soft and delicious. This unique method is crucial for using avocados at their best. They're often harvested early to reach markets while still fresh, allowing us to enjoy them just when we want. And here's a fun fact. Avocados are technically berries. Next time you're enjoying toast topped with avocado or a creamy guacamole dip, remember that it took patience to get that perfect texture and flavor on your plate. Isn't nature amazing? What if I told you hydration saves lives? Staying hydrated is vital for your health and can protect you from heat-related illnesses. When summer hits, the sun shines brightly and temperatures soar, it's easy to forget how much water our bodies truly need. Our bodies are made up of about 60% water, which helps keep every system running smoothly, from regulating body temperature to aiding digestion. Interestingly, dehydration can lead to fatigue, dizziness, and even heat exhaustion if you're not careful. This is especially true during hot weather when you're more likely to sweat and lose fluids. So the next time you head outside, remember to sip water regularly, even if you don't feel thirsty. A good rule is to aim for at least 8 8-ounce glasses of water a day. Whether you choose plain water, refreshing fruits, or hydrating veggies, your body will thank you for it. How do you stay hydrated during the hot days? You won't believe this about Victorian baking. In the 19th century, some bakers took food presentation to a whole new level by adding chalk, alum, or even plaster to their flour. These additives made their bread and pastries look whiter and more appealing, but they also brought up serious questions about food safety. Imagine buying a loaf of bread that might contain substances not meant for human consumption. While it's easy to see why bakers would want their goods to appear more appetizing, it's a bit shocking to think this practice could compromise the quality of their food. Health regulations weren't as strict back then, so many people unknowingly consumed these harmful additives, believing they were getting something wholesome. This reveals fascinating insights into human nature. How far would you go to make your food look perfect? Today, we're grateful for modern food safety standards that keep our baked goods safe and delicious. What if I told you how airplanes stay in the sky? The secret lies in the special design of their wings, called airfoils. These wings are shaped to create lift, which is a force that pushes the airplane upward. As the aircraft moves forward, air flows over and under the wings, and because of their unique curvature, the air pressure difference is created. This difference is what keeps the plane in the air. But it's not just the wings doing all the work. Airplanes also have engines that provide thrust, pushing them forward at high speeds. Pilots control the flight using various instruments and controls, adjusting the position of the wings and the speed to ensure a smooth journey. So next time you look up and see an airplane soaring above, remember the incredible science of lift, thrust, and that clever design making it all happen. This might surprise you. Tomatoes are fruits. While many people think of tomatoes as vegetables because of their role in salads and sauces, they actually belong to the fruit category. More specifically, they are a member of the nightshade family, which also includes potatoes and eggplants. Tomatoes come in a rainbow of colors, from vibrant reds to sunny yellows and even deep purples. Beyond their appealing appearance, they are loaded with essential nutrients, especially vitamin C, and powerful antioxidants that can boost your immune system. Whether you enjoy them raw in a salad, cooked into a sauce, or blended into a refreshing juice, tomatoes are a delicious and healthy choice. So next time you're cooking, remember, when you slice that juicy tomato, you're actually enjoying one of nature's fruits. Can you imagine Malta's bravery during World War II? Despite facing relentless bombings, Malta stood strong as a crucial outpost for the Allies. Its strategic location in the Mediterranean made it vital for controlling supply routes and launching operations against Axis forces. Throughout the war, the Maltese people showed remarkable resilience, enduring immense hardship while providing essential support to Allied troops. In 1942, in recognition of their courage, King George VI got awarded Malta the George Cross, a prestigious civilian honor rarely given. This award not only celebrated their bravery, but also became a key part of Malta's national identity. symbolizing the island's determination and spirit during some of the darkest days of the conflict. Today, the George Cross is prominently displayed on the national flag, reminding everyone of Malta's heroic past. How does a small island become a symbol of bravery? Here's a wild fact about the first car accident. In 1896, New York City witnessed the very first recorded automobile accident in America, a shocking event that changed how people viewed transportation. A car collided with a bicyclist, marking a pivotal moment in traffic history. At that time, the streets were primarily occupied by horse-drawn carriages and bicycles, and automobiles were still a new concept. This unexpected incident forced society to confront the need for safer roads and regulations. As motor vehicles began to gain popularity, cities had to adapt to prevent further accidents. The introduction of cars not only transformed commuting, but also began a dialogue about public safety and infrastructure. Today, when we hop into our vehicles, it's fascinating to think that the complex traffic systems we navigate started with this single surprising crash in New York. How has your city changed to accommodate modern vehicles? Believe it or not, Saudi Arabia has no permanent rivers. This fascinating fact sets the country apart in terms of geography. While most nations enjoy flowing rivers that sustain ecosystems and human activities, Saudi Arabia's landscape is characterized by dry riverbeds known as wadis. These seasonal watercourses only flow during rare rainfalls, and once the rain stops, they quickly dry up. The absence of permanent rivers means that the country relies heavily on underground aquifers and desalination plants for its water supply, showcasing incredible engineering and adaptation to harsh environments. This unique geography influences not only the way people live, but also their culture, agriculture, and even the economy. Understanding this aspect of Saudi Arabia's landscape helps us appreciate the challenges and innovations that come with living in one of the world's largest desert landscapes. How do you think this affects daily life in the kingdom? You might be shocked to learn that Tamil is ancient. This remarkable language is recognized as the oldest continuously spoken language in the world, boasting a rich history that stretches back over 2,000 years. Originating from the Dravidian family of languages, Tamil is not just a tool for communication. It's a treasure trove of culture, literature, and history. Millions of people today actively use Tamil, primarily in southern India and Sri Lanka, weaving this vibrant language into their daily lives. Its extensive literature includes classics that date back to the Sangam period, showcasing profound poetry and philosophical thought. Beyond literature, Tamil is celebrated for its unique script and grammatical elegance, captivating linguists globally. By learning Tamil, you not only connect with a living history, but also gain insight into the diverse traditions and communities that thrive around this beautiful language. Isn't it amazing that something so ancient is still so relevant today? Have you ever wondered why emperors wore dragon robes? Ancient Chinese emperors believed these magnificent garments had the unique ability to control the weather. Adorned with intricate patterns, the dragon robes were not just clothing, they were symbols of cosmic balance. The dragon itself represented strength, power, and good fortune, connecting the emperor to the universe. When the emperors donned these robes, they were seen as more than mere leaders. They became living embodiments of harmony between earthly and celestial forces. People believed that the emperor's ability to maintain weather and stability was crucial for agriculture and prosperity. If it rained or the sun shone at the right times, the emperor was praised for his divine connection to the heavens. Ultimately, these robes served as powerful reminders of the emperor's role in maintaining the delicate balance of nature and society. Isn't it fascinating how fashion can carry such deep meaning in history? What if I told you the Javan rhinoceros is vanishing? This incredible animal, found only in the dense jungles of Indonesia, is among the rarest species on the planet. With fewer than 100 individuals left in the wild, the Javan rhino is critically endangered, making every sighting special and significant. These remarkable creatures boast a thick skin that resembles natural armor, perfect for protecting them from predators and tough forest environments. Sadly, their population decline is mainly due to habitat loss and poaching. Conservation efforts are underway to protect these elusive giants, but they need all the help they can get. People are working hard to preserve their habitat and prevent illegal hunting. Can we save the Javan rhinoceros from disappearing forever? The fate of this unique species rests in our hands. Is it really true that the BTK killer slipped up? Dennis Rader, infamously known as the BTK killer, sent chills down people's spines during his reign of terror in Kansas. After a long silence, he decided to reach out to the police, thinking he could outsmart them. In 2004, Rader sent a floppy disk to law enforcement, convinced that it wouldn't reveal his identity. However, he underestimated the power of technology. The disk contained metadata that ironically linked him to his own church, completely undermining his confidence. Investigators dug deeper and unraveled Rader's deceitful web, leading to his arrest in 2005. This shocking turn of events highlights how even the most cunning criminals can make critical mistakes. It also raises important questions about the evolution of crime-solving techniques and the role of technology in justice. Rader's story serves as a chilling reminder that while some masterminds try to evade the law, a small oversight can be their downfall. Here's a wild fact about ancient Greek color perception. It seems the ancient Greeks might not have recognized the color blue as we do today. Instead, their writings often describe the ocean as resembling the color of wine, rather than a clear blue. Scholars believe this could reveal much about how language shapes our understanding of the world. In their literature, hues like green and yellow were more common, while blue was practically absent. The famous poet Homer describes the sea and sky, but doesn't use the word blue, calling them dark or wine-colored instead. This idea suggests that color perception can vary greatly across cultures. If a society doesn't have a word for a color, does it actually see that color? By exploring how the ancient Greeks viewed colors, we gain insight into their daily lives, values, and how they interpreted nature around them. Let's uncover the truth about Saturn's surprising floatability. If you ever wondered if Saturn could float, imagine putting it in a giant bathtub. Saturn is unique because of its low density, primarily made up of hydrogen and helium, which are lighter than water. This means that if we had a bathtub big enough, Saturn would actually stay on the surface instead of sinking. This incredible fact showcases the gas giant's unusual physical properties compared to Earth and other planets. While Earth has a solid surface and a much higher density, Saturn's fluffy gas layers create a very different experience. It's fascinating to consider the implications of a planet floating in water. What would it look like? Would we see its beautiful rings glistening in the sunlight? Saturn's low density also leads to other interesting phenomena, including its strikingly beautiful rings. So what else does this gas giant have in store for us? What if I told you about ruin value in architecture? Ruin value is a fascinating concept that shapes how certain structures are built. Architects who embrace this idea design buildings with a focus on aesthetics, even after they fall into disrepair. Imagine a beautiful old church or a crumbling castle that still holds charm despite its condition. This approach not only celebrates the beauty of decay, but also ensures that if the building collapses, it leaves behind impressive ruins that require minimal maintenance. By using durable materials and thoughtful design, architects can create spaces that stand the test of time, inviting future generations to appreciate the artistry. Ruin value challenges traditional ideas about permanence, encouraging us to find beauty in the transitory nature of buildings. Could this perspective change how we view historical sites and their significance in our modern world? Dive into the amazing world of octopuses. These fascinating creatures are known for their incredible flexibility and adaptability. One of the most mind-blowing facts about octopuses is their ability to squeeze through openings larger than their beak. Yes, you heard that right. Their bodies are mostly made of soft, malleable tissue, allowing them to change shape and fit into surprisingly tight spaces. This incredible flexibility helps them escape predators and hunt for prey. When in danger, an octopus can quickly dart into a crevice or under a rock, making it harder for larger animals to follow. Moreover, their beak, which is the only hard part of their body, is located at the center of their arms, meaning they can even use their arms to help maneuver through narrow gaps. This unique ability not only keeps them safe, but it also showcases their intelligence and resourcefulness. Next time you see an octopus, remember just how amazing these creatures are. Let's uncover the truth about falling water. This stunning creation, designed by the genius architect Frank Lloyd Wright in 1935, is more than just a house. It's a work of art that seamlessly blends with nature. Nestled in the mountains of Pennsylvania, falling water is unique because it's built right over a waterfall, allowing nature to flow beneath it. The impressive structure showcases Wright's vision of harmony between architecture and the environment. Inside, the minimalist design draws your attention to the beauty of the surrounding landscape, creating a peaceful and inviting atmosphere. You can hear the soothing sound of water cascading below, enhancing the connection with nature. Visitors often feel a sense of tranquility while exploring this architectural gem, which is considered one of the most significant buildings of the 20th century. Could you imagine living in such a breathtaking place? Can you believe productivity is more than just speed? Achieving maximum efficiency in any field isn't as simple as it sounds. While many may think of productivity solely in terms of speed, like cranking out tasks as quickly as possible, the reality is much more complex. The concept of productivity involves balancing quality and speed to obtain the best results. For example, in industries like manufacturing, rushing a product can lead to defects, ultimately wasting time and resources. Similarly, in creative fields, taking time to brainstorm and refine ideas often yields better outcomes than hastily putting something together. This idea of multifaceted productivity applies not only to work environments but also to personal tasks, where being organized and focused can make a huge difference. As we strive for greater efficiency, it's crucial to remember that rushing is not always the answer. Instead, it's about finding the right pace that allows for thorough and thoughtful progress. So how do we redefine productivity for our modern world? What if I told you about the giant owl? The Ornomegalonyx cube, now an extinct species, is the largest recorded owl ever discovered. This astounding creature was first recognized by Oscar Paulino Arredondo de la Mata, a trailblazer in Cuban vertebrate paleontology, back in 1954. Imagine an owl far larger than any living today, soaring through prehistoric skies. The remains of this giant were uncovered as subfossils, which means they were preserved in a unique way, allowing scientists to study them in detail. Its enormous wingspan and impressive stature would have made it a fearsome predator, diving down to catch fish or small mammals. The discovery of Ornomegalonyx cube not only excites science lovers, but helps us understand the biodiversity of past ecosystems. What other giant creatures have yet to be discovered? Believe it or not, Poland has a forest of curved trees. In a place called the Crooked Forest, you'll find around 400 pine trees that sport a striking 90-degree bend at their bases. These uniquely curved trees, planted back in the 1930s, spark curiosity and wonder among visitors. Many theories swirl around the reason for their distinctive shape. Some believe that human hands might have shaped them for timber purposes, wanting the trees to grow in a way that was easier to harvest. Others think that environmental factors like heavy snow or even peculiar gravitational forces played a part in this forest's odd appearance. Each visit to this enchanting spot feels like stepping into a storybook where nature has crafted a beautiful mystery. With so many ideas about how this came to be, what do you think is the real reason behind the Crooked Forest's curious trees? Why exactly does DNA hold so much data? A single gram of DNA can store about 700 terabytes of information, showcasing the incredible potential of genetic material. This remarkable capacity comes from the unique structure of DNA, which consists of sequences of 4 bases: adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. These bases can be combined in countless ways, allowing DNA to encode vast amounts of data, much like a computer does with binary code. Scientists have begun harnessing this potential for developing advanced storage solutions. Imagine a future where libraries of books, films, and entire databases could be tucked away in tiny DNA strands. Not only is DNA incredibly compact, but it is also durable, capable of lasting thousands of years under the right conditions. With ongoing research, we could unlock new ways to store and manage our ever-growing data needs. How cool is that? Let's uncover the truth about the Gulfstream G700, the largest private jet in the world. Priced at about $75 million, this luxurious aircraft is designed with the utmost comfort in mind, making it a top choice for many celebrities, including Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. With its spacious interior and high-end amenities, the G700 provides a flying experience that goes beyond mere transportation. Picture a plush cabin, advanced entertainment systems, and personalized service that can cater to every need. What sets the Gulfstream G700 apart is not just its size, but its impressive range and speed, allowing travelers to jet across continents with ease. It's fitted with the latest technology, ensuring a smooth flight while offering features like a full galley and private bedrooms for rest and relaxation during long trips. For those dreaming of the high life, the G700 represents the pinnacle of private aviation. Can you imagine soaring through the skies in such opulence? Turns out, the truth is that kitchen tools can be fun. The pencil sharpening knife is not just your average kitchen gadget. It looks like a giant pencil sharpener and makes food prep exciting. This creative tool is designed to carve gourmet shavings from various vegetables, including carrots, zucchinis, and even cucumbers. Imagine turning your ordinary salad into a beautiful artistic display with elegant vegetable ribbons. Using this unique knife opens up a whole new world of culinary creativity, perfect for impressing friends and family at dinner parties. Think about it. Rather than chopping vegetables for your meals, you can add a touch of flair and enhance presentation by using this nifty gadget. Whether you're a home cook or a professional chef, the pencil sharpening knife adds an element of surprise to your dishes. Are you ready to level up your cooking game with this playful tool? Have you ever wondered why Wellington is the capital? In the 19th century, New Zealand made a pivotal decision to shift its capital from Auckland to Wellington. This move wasn't just about changing location. It symbolized a significant change in how the country governed itself. Auckland, the original capital, was thriving with its bustling harbor and population growth, but Wellington offered geographic advantages, sitting at the heart of the North Island and having a more centrally located position. This made it easier for government decisions to reach more citizens. The government aimed to establish a stronger connection to the communities across the nation, which was reflected in this strategic relocation. Wellington's stunning landscapes and vibrant culture also contributed to its selection. The transition marked a new era in New Zealand's politics, fostering a sense of national identity and unity. Today, Wellington stands proud as the political heart of the country, housing parliament in the official residences. So next time you think about New Zealand, remember this fascinating shift in what it represents. Do you know what a group of owls is called? It's fascinating to learn that a gathering of these wise birds can be referred to by several names, with Parliament being the most popular. This unique term likely comes from the idea that owls symbolize wisdom and knowledge, fostering a connection to the deliberative assemblies of humans. In addition to Parliament, some might refer to owls as a Congress, a term that plays on the idea of bringing together different members for discussion. Another lesser-known term is state, which adds an air of formality to these gatherings. Many people, however, simply call them a flock, reflecting a more general term for groups of birds. This variety in naming showcases the rich tapestry of language and the way we observe the natural world. Next time you spot owls together, think about which name you prefer. Let's uncover the truth about the Battle of Stiklestad. This epic clash in Norway in 1030 transformed the region's history. Known as the Thousand-Year Battle, it marked a significant turning point as King Olaf II Tryggvason, a pro-Christian ruler, faced off against a coalition of pagan Viking leaders. This battle wasn't just about swords and shields. It symbolized the struggle between the Old Norse traditions and the emerging influence of Christianity. Despite Olaf's bravery, he was ultimately defeated, leading to a major shift in cultural and religious practices in Norway. After his death, Olaf was hailed as a martyr, and his legacy helped to spread Christianity further in the region. The aftermath of the battle laid the groundwork for Norway's future, and it resonates even today, showing how a single event can shape a nation's identity for centuries. What do you think shaped the future of Viking society? Believe it or not, Igbora claims the twin birth record. This Nigerian town boasts the highest twin birth rate in the world, sparking curiosity and admiration. With families often welcoming multiple babies at once, locals speculate that their yam-rich diet could be the secret behind this remarkable phenomenon. Yams are a staple food in the region and are packed with nutrients that some believe might influence fertility. While there's no scientific proof linking yams to higher twin births, the belief remains strong and is part of the town's culture. Families here celebrate twin births as special, often hosting festivals and sharing stories of the twins in their community. Although we need more research to understand the real reasons behind this unique occurrence, Igbora's claim certainly raises fascinating questions about the intersection of diet, genetics, and culture. Could food choices really impact reproductive outcomes? Hard to believe, but clouds weigh 1,000,000 tons. It's astonishing to think that the fluffy white shapes drifting across the sky can be so heavy. A typical cloud occupies about 1 cubic kilometer and has a density of around 103 kilograms per cubic meter, which is slightly less than the surrounding air. This difference in density is key, as it allows clouds to float effortlessly instead of plummeting to the ground. Imagine a massive cotton ball filled with tiny water droplets suspended high above. These clouds are made up of countless tiny water droplets, or ice crystals, which cluster together, creating the magnificent formations we see from below. So next time you gaze up at the sky, remember that those beautiful, billowing clouds aren't just fluff. They carry a significant weight, enough to make you wonder about the complex wonders of our atmosphere. Let's uncover the truth about pirate punishment. Many people picture pirates forcing victims to walk the plank in classic movies, but this dramatic scene is more fiction than fact. In reality, pirates seldom use the plank as a method of punishment. Instead, they had far harsher techniques, with marooning being one of the most common. Marooning involved leaving someone stranded on a deserted island, often with little to no supplies, which ensured they faced a grim fate. Pirates believed this method was a more effective deterrent against disobedience and rebellion on their ships. The threat of being marooned kept crew members in line, and many sailors would rather take their chances with the dangerous seas than face abandonment. So the next time you watch a pirate movie, remember that these swashbucklers had a much darker side than Hollywood lets on. Hard to believe, but Swedish parents faced naming rejection. In an unusual turn of events, a couple in Sweden tried to name their child with a string of letters that looked like a chaotic keyboard mash. They claimed it was pronounced Alban, but Swedish naming laws stepped in to say no way. These laws are designed to protect children from unusual names that could potentially embarrass them or be difficult for others to pronounce. In Sweden, there's a tradition of keeping names fairly straightforward. This means names must be easily understood and fit within established cultural norms. While some parents yearn for unique spellings and original names, the Swedish government takes child welfare very seriously. So if you're planning to name your baby something quirky, consider local laws and cultural implications. Your choice might not be as free as it seems. Let's uncover the truth about underwater sculptures. These striking pieces of art are not just visually stunning, they also play a crucial role in marine conservation. The Underwater Sculpture series, designed specifically to serve as artificial reefs, provides a new habitat for corals and marine life. As the statues sink into the ocean, they begin to collect coral and attract various sea creatures, transforming them into living reefs over time. This clever blend of artistry and environmental stewardship not only encourages biodiversity, but also helps to protect and restore damaged marine ecosystems. Artists and environmentalists work together to create these masterpieces, demonstrating that creativity can thrive alongside nature. Have you ever imagined how a sculpture could transform into a vibrant coral garden? Each visit to these underwater installations reveals a new layer of life, showcasing the importance of art in promoting ecological awareness. Did you know that Dolly the sheep changed science forever? Dolly was not just any sheep. She made history as the first mammal cloned from a single adult cell. Born in 1996 at the Roslin Institute in Scotland, Her creation was revolutionary and opened new doors in genetics. Scientists used a method called somatic cell nuclear transfer, where they took a cell from an adult sheep's udder and fused it with an egg cell that had its nucleus removed. The blend led to Dolly, who was named after the country singer Dolly Parton, because the cell came from a mammary gland. This remarkable experiment sparked excitement and debate in the scientific community about cloning and its possibilities, including potential advancements in medicine. Since then, Dolly has become a symbol of progress and ethical discussions in biotechnology. What do you think cloning means for the future of science? Discover the ancient secret behind the four humors. This fascinating theory, rooted in Greek beliefs, suggested that our health relied on the balance of four vital fluids in the body: blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile. These fluids were linked to the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. Ancient physicians believed that an imbalance among these humors could lead to illness. For instance, too much blood might make you overly cheerful and restless, while an excess of phlegm could leave you sluggish and cold. To restore balance, doctors employed various methods, including bloodletting, removing blood to decrease its presence, along with dietary changes to help stabilize each humor. Although we now understand health through a different lens, this centuries-old approach highlights how early thinkers sought to make sense of the human body and its connection to the world around us. Isn't it intriguing how ancient ideas still echo in our modern understanding of health? Ever wondered how military recruits build resilience? At the Piazza training facility, recruits face high-stress situations designed to toughen their mental game. One unique aspect of their training involves exposure to controlled gas environments, which may sound intense but actually plays a vital role in their development. This method promotes not only physical healing, but also deep, restorative sleep, helping recruits bounce back from challenging experiences. By putting their minds and bodies through rigorous training, these future soldiers learn to remain calm and effective in emergencies. The ultimate goal is to cultivate psychological resilience, ensuring they can confidently handle whatever comes their way. As they learn to manage stress and adapt, these recruits are not just becoming physically fit, they are also developing the mental toughness needed for a successful military career. Isn't it fascinating how science can enhance training techniques? What if I told you about a surprising FBI blunder? In 2006, the FBI tried to combat terrorism by planting an undercover agent in a Southern California mosque. The agent posed as a radical extremist, hoping to uncover genuine threats. However, the plan didn't go as intended. Members of the mosque began to raise suspicions about the agent's behavior. They believed he was a real extremist and reported their concerns to the FBI. This unexpected twist highlighted the complexities of undercover operations and the challenges of building trust within communities. Rather than exposing terrorists, the FBI faced backlash for their approach, showing how delicate the balance is between security and community relations. This incident raises many questions about the ethics of undercover investigations and how they can sometimes lead to misunderstandings. Have we learned enough from such experiences to improve how law enforcement interacts with diverse communities? Hard to believe, but it hit 136 degrees Fahrenheit. This scorching temperature was recorded in El Azizia, Libya, on September 13, 1922, marking it as the hottest day on Earth ever. Imagine walking outside and feeling the air literally sizzle around you. This extreme record highlights just how intense weather can be, especially in the desert regions where temperatures can soar. El Azizia, situated in the North African desert, experiences harsh conditions that can make it one of the driest places on the planet. Such extreme heat impacts everything from local wildlife, which has adapted to survive, to the way people live and work. Understanding these extremes helps scientists study climate patterns and anticipate future changes. As the world faces rising temperatures today, the incredible heat of the past reminds us of nature's power and the importance of respecting our environment. Can you imagine facing such heat today? Why does the rooster crow every morning? This classic question leads us to the fascinating world of male chickens, known as roosters. A rooster is not just any bird. It's a colorful creature easily recognized by its bright comb and unique crowing, which often signals the start of a new day. Beyond their morning calls, roosters play crucial roles in the dynamics of a chicken flock. They are protectors, keeping an eye out for potential predators and ensuring the safety of the hens. Additionally, they are responsible for fertilizing eggs, contributing to the next generation of chickens. But roosters symbolize more than just farm life. They represent concepts such as courage and resilience in various cultures around the world. Many traditions honor these birds for their early morning calls that welcome the dawn, symbolizing hope and the promise of a new beginning. So the next time you hear a rooster crow, remember it's not just a sound, but a significant part of nature's rhythm. Surprisingly, it's a fact that lives can intertwine. Penny Brown was an off-duty nurse enjoying a Little League baseball game when she witnessed a life-threatening incident. When a baseball bat struck Kevin Stevens in the chest, the impact caused his heart to stop. Acting quickly, Penny used her CPR skills to bring Kevin back to life, proving that her nursing training was invaluable in a critical moment. Fast forward 7 years to 2006, and the tables turned in a New York restaurant. Penny found herself choking, unable to breathe. Thankfully, Kevin, who had been trained in emergency responses, leaped into action and performed the Heimlich maneuver, successfully saving her life. This remarkable story highlights the powerful connections we form and how acts of heroism can flip between individuals. What are the odds of such an extraordinary friendship blossoming through life-saving moments? Ever wondered how 3D holograms change gaming? Boxon is at the forefront of innovation with its groundbreaking volumetric display technology. This amazing technology creates lifelike 3D holograms that can be viewed from any angle, turning the way we experience video games on its head. Instead of staring at a flat screen, players can interact with holograms projected into their space, making gameplay feel incredibly immersive and dynamic. Imagine running through a virtual world where characters pop out right in front of you, allowing you to interact as if they were really there. This technology opens exciting possibilities not only for gaming, but also for education, design, and entertainment. By integrating these interactive holograms, users can engage with content in ways that were once only possible in science fiction. The future of gaming is looking bright and full of potential with advancements like Boxon's technology. Are you ready to step into the world of holographic play? Prepare to be amazed by India's tiny book library. In a small town in India, a remarkable man named Sathar Adhur has created an extraordinary library that challenges the very idea of what a book can be. This fascinating collection boasts thousands of miniature books, each so tiny that you'll need a magnifying glass just to read them. Sathar's passion for these pint-sized texts started when he discovered how much joy and curiosity they sparked in him. The tiniest book in his library measures less than a matchstick, showcasing incredible craftsmanship. Visitors flock to experience this unique space, marveling at the fine print and intricate illustrations that are hard to believe exist. Sathar's library isn't just about tiny pages. It's also a treasure trove of stories, knowledge, and art. So if you ever find yourself in India, make sure to stop by and witness this incredible feat of literature and creativity. Can you imagine reading something so small? This might surprise you. George Foreman named all his sons George. Yes, every single one. The former heavyweight boxing champion and two-time title holder made an unusual choice for his family. With 5 sons, each bearing the name George Edward Foreman, he wanted to create a strong connection among his children. To avoid confusion, though, he refers to them by their nicknames: Big George, Georgetta for his daughter, and the rest by their birth order: Georgie G. Foreman III, and so on. Foreman's decision wasn't just whimsical, it was rooted in his love for his own name and a desire to pass it on. This unique approach has sparked plenty of conversations and even some humor, as it reflects his larger-than-life personality. Naming all his sons the same allows George to feel proud of his family lineage. But what do you think of such a bold choice? Ever thought about why the Irish crown jewels vanished? In 1907, a stunning crime unfolded in Dublin Castle that still captures imaginations today. The lavish crown jewels of Ireland, symbols of royal splendor, were stolen in a daring heist, and despite extensive investigations, their whereabouts remain a mystery. These jewels, which included a diamond-encrusted star and a majestic collar, were not just valuable, but deeply tied to Ireland's identity. A range of theories emerged about the theft, suggesting everything from inside jobs to foreign spies, but none has led to their recovery. Imagine the excitement and intrigue as detectives followed every lead, scoured the city, and even interrogated possible suspects. Over a century later, people still debate how this crime could happen and ponder the fate of the jewels. Some believe they are hidden in secret locations, while others think they might have been destroyed or sold. What do you think happened to these royal treasures? Prepare to be amazed by balloon bombs in Wadawaj. During World War II, Japan launched around 9,000 balloon bombs aimed at the United States as a unique strategy to cause havoc. These bombs were carried by the wind across the Pacific Ocean, and surprisingly, about 1,000 of them reached American land. Most of these balloons landed in uninhabited or remote areas, which kept the destruction relatively low. However, one tragic incident stood out. A single balloon caused the only death on American soil during the entire war. This unfortunate event involved 6 people, including a pregnant woman who encountered the balloon bomb while on a picnic in Oregon. Although the balloon bomb campaign was largely unsuccessful in its intended purpose, it demonstrated the innovative, if desperate, tactics employed during wartime. It's a fascinating and sobering tale that underscores the lengths to which nations will go in conflict. Here's a wild fact about speedy construction. In China, an astonishing 1,500 workers came together to build the Nanlong train station in Longyang within just 9 hours. Starting at 6:30 p.m. on a Friday and finishing by 3:30 a.m. on Saturday, this incredible feat highlights not only the power of teamwork, but also the expertise involved in modern construction. Imagine the coordination and planning that went into this project. Each worker knew their role and executed it with precision, showcasing a level of efficiency that is hard to fathom. Such rapid construction doesn't just happen overnight. It requires meticulous preparation, advanced techniques, and often innovative materials. The Nanlong Station is a testament to how collaboration can lead to remarkable outcomes in a short time frame. It raises questions about what other projects could achieve similar results with the right resources and teamwork. Could we see more speedy builds around the world? With developments in technology and building practices, the future of construction might be faster than we ever imagined. Did you know HTC helped shape our apps today? In the early days of smartphones, HTC emerged as a trailblazer, taking bold steps that transformed how we use mobile technology. Alongside Samsung, HTC took the daring leap to launch the first applications in the marketplace, paving the way for modern apps we can't live without. Among these groundbreaking releases were Google Maps Navigation, which changed the way we navigate our world, and the wildly popular game Angry Birds, a catchy diversion that captivated millions. HTC's willingness to innovate and push boundaries allowed users to access a wider range of functionalities right in their pockets. This bold approach not only set a new standard for smartphone capabilities, but also inspired countless developers to create a universe of applications that now enrich our lives from communication to entertainment. The contributions of HTC in these early years highlight how one company can influence an industry, making technology more accessible and enjoyable for everyone. Are we ready to uncover more about HTC's pioneering journey? Discover the amazing sound imitators in our world. Many animals possess the astonishing ability to mimic sounds, creating a fascinating bridge between nature and communication. Birds such as lyrebirds can recreate the sounds of chainsaws or camera shutters, showcasing their impressive vocal skills. But it's not just our feathered friends. Certain species of dolphins and elephants also imitate sounds in their environments. Even artificial mice, like the Herner and Hammer or the Kattensegg, have been designed to replicate various noises, making them intriguing subjects for scientific study. These sound imitators can communicate with each other or their surroundings, enhancing social interactions and even aiding in survival. Why do they mimic? The reasons range from attracting mates to warning others of danger. Isn't it remarkable how the animal kingdom embraces creativity through sound? Discover the magic of heat art with Benjamin Shine. This talented artist has taken portrait making to a whole new level by using a surprising tool, heat. Instead of traditional ink or paint, Shine creatively molds tow, a type of fibrous material, into stunning and lifelike images. The process involves applying heat to the tow, which allows it to bend and take shape, resulting in incredible textures and visual effects that challenge our ideas of what art can be. Each piece is one of a kind, making every portrait a unique creation that reflects Shine's skill and creativity. It's fascinating to see how he transforms something as simple as fibers into striking representations of people. This innovative approach not only showcases his artistic talent, but also pushes the boundaries of modern art. Are you ready to explore this unique art form and see what heat can create? Discover the surprising song of a housefly. You might not think about it, but that annoying buzz from a housefly has a musical twist. Scientists have discovered that the hum made by these tiny insects is consistently in the key of F, right in the middle octave. This means they can deliver their own unique melody, adding a little bit of music to our everyday lives, even if it's not the kind we want to hear while we're trying to enjoy a meal. The sound is produced by their rapidly beating wings, which can flap up to a staggering 1,000 times per second. This fascinating ability showcases how even the smallest creatures have their own way of communicating, much like how we share stories through songs. Isn't it interesting to think about the diverse and hidden worlds of sound around us? Each insect plays its own part in the symphony of nature. Let's uncover the truth about square watermelons. Square watermelons, a fascinating product from Japan, go beyond just being a quirky fruit. Farmers cultivate these unique watermelons primarily for their practicality. Unlike their round counterparts, square watermelons stack neatly, making them much easier to transport and display in stores. Plus, their eye-catching shape catches the attention of shoppers, often turning them into conversation starters. While they do come with a higher price tag than traditional watermelons, many people give them as gifts due to their novelty. Imagine receiving a beautifully packaged square watermelon at a summer barbecue. Their unusual shape definitely adds a fun twist to typical fruit gifts. Though round watermelons are still the more common choice, square watermelons have carved out their own niche in Japan's agricultural scene. Isn't it amazing how something so simple can have such a big impact? Let's uncover the truth about Segway Polo. This exciting sport is taking the world by storm, blending traditional polo with modern technology. Teams from different countries compete on Segway personal transporters, adding a unique twist to the classic game. One of the best parts about Segway Polo is that it's accessible to everyone. There are no strict fitness requirements or age limits, making it perfect for players of all backgrounds. Imagine riding a Segway while skillfully hitting a ball with a mallet. The sport promotes teamwork, strategy, and a sense of community as players from various nations come together to compete. As more people discover this fun and inclusive game, it's growing in popularity all around the globe. So why not hop on a Segway and give it a try? You might just find yourself in the thrilling world of Segway Polo. Did you know that your body position affects memory recall? Research shows that how you stand or move can actually help you remember things better. For instance, if you're trying to recall an event where you were waving your hands, standing and waving can boost your memory of that moment. This happens because your brain makes connections between physical movements and memories. When you mimic actions related to the memories you want to retrieve, your mind is more likely to bring those memories back to the surface. It's a fascinating case of the mind and body working together. So next time you're struggling to remember something, consider using your body in a way that relates to the memory you're trying to access. You might find that it really helps. Why not give it a try the next time you need to remember something important? Can you imagine that village Yuska has a wild story? Nestled in the rugged hills of Spain, Yuska is not just any ordinary place. It's a village with a rich history full of challenges. The inhabitants of Yuska have endured a series of hardships over the years, from harsh winters to limited resources. Life in this remote village has never been easy, and the strength of its people truly shines through these difficulties. The community has always found creative ways to adapt. For example, they developed unique farming techniques to make the most of their rocky land, growing crops that others might think impossible. Stories of resilience echo through the narrow streets where each home shares memories of overcoming adversity. This tiny village teaches us the power of perseverance and unity. Why not explore Yuska's incredible journey and see what lessons we can learn from its residents?